this year, I want to start doing some girl chats. Now, this is the same exact thing that I do in my blogs where I just write. Run over to the blog. This will be up after this blog is posted, or either the next day. But pretty much after this blog is posted, the blog will be up on basically teesha.org. I'm going to leave some things in the description box below, but we're going to title this Girl Talk. First of the year, and it's time to organize yourself. Now, I choose to do one time a week to organize myself for, just the week, or just success, okay? But you always get your whole entire year started off at the first of the year by organizing your life into where you want it to end up in December. Now, I took it for granted last year. I had been doing it all along, and I was saying, I'm going to do month to month. And I didn't set goals for the entire year. There was one goal that I made, and then that was just to make money on social media. Now, I had been making money blogging, but I hadn't made money for doing videos. So I said, well, I want to make money doing videos. I didn't make a specific goal. I didn't have a goal in mind because I did not know what people were averaging when they were posting on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I didn't really know that there was a number that you could actually reach for, and there was a number that you could actually achieve until I started making money. And then I noticed that month to month, I had consistent payouts, maximize my goals for making videos where I could have exceeded. Guess what, you guys? I only started in June. So just imagine if I had started in January as opposed to starting in June. Yeah, that's where I am. So what I want you guys to do, if you not already have done it before, and usually ladies my age probably have already done it. Even if you're younger, you probably have done it too. Go and get you a journal. This is a planner. I actually wanted one for Christmas. This is not the ones that I usually get, but this is a good one nonetheless, okay? And it just has 1 year on there. You don't need 2 years on here. I promise you, if you are consistent, you are going to wear this down, okay? So get you a good, thick, sustainable planner. I have a journal right here too, a planner. I'm gonna put this one right here in the description below, okay? So it just says 2023 on here. And of course, you have your general information that you put in here. I'm not gonna show you my information, but just general contact information and things like that that you need to keep up with. You might need to add, if you have new passwords, I suggest that you do that. If you are working in social media, if you want to work in social media, consistently change those passwords. It's very important. So I'm going to start. It did have a couple of pages, October, November, and December, because you could have purchased this earlier. This was out in the stores mid-September. I got this for Christmas. I love a planner. I got this one for Christmas. Started January 1st. And if you know me, you already know as a homeschool mom, I do a weekly things to do on that board right there. And then I have a calendar in the kitchen, which helps the kids keep up with what they have to do for school. And they go to school 3 days a week, so they probably will post whatever they have to do, bring a shoe to school or whatever. They'll put that on the board out there, and they do that themselves. All right, so let's go to January. All right, January, my entire calendar is filled. Every day, just about every day. So this right here is money that I wanted. So I started looking at people that were on social media and how much they were making. I was writing it down, adding it together, subtracting it to see how much you have to do per week to make that amount of money. I scribbled it out because this was not really what I wanted. I put what I wanted in the back of the book. Okay, we'll get back there later. Doing videos on YouTube, I I've always lived the life of an open book, but now I'm at the point to where like some things that you want to kind of keep to yourself. So I didn't really want to point everything out, but most of this is just my content days, things that I want to talk about on content. And if you're a good reader, you probably could read it, but more than likely you cannot. So we could let's just do a regular page. So when it gets to so you have your regular month that you have right here. And then when you turn the page, you're gonna have week by week. Now, if you don't want to purchase a separate journal, you can use these pages as a journal entry of things that you did. I would suggest on these particular pages that you write down like things that you want to cook for the week or groceries that you need like daily when you run out. So this week, what I'm trying to do in my house is to get groceries every 2 weeks. I have been getting groceries, like a massive amount of groceries in at the end of the week, and probably going back Monday and getting lunch. And I've noticed that once I was doing that, I was purchasing more than I needed to purchase when I could make one massive purchase all at once, and you divide it as you will. So I would suggest on these days that you write down individual things that you would like to do on that day, like go to the park, movie night. You can plan your dinners. You can plan activities for your children, books that you want to read, things you can put prayer lists. You can put scriptures, anything like that that you can put on these days of the week. These are individual days that you can write down, okay? So grab your journal, get you a good pen, and go to work. Simple and easy organization for your life. And I'm telling you, this book right here will organize your own life, your whole life. You can also, in this particular book, I always get a book like this, you guys. If you guys know me personally, you know that when we do the vision boards, I always make a small vision board and I always tape it into my planner. And the reason why I tape it into my planner, it's not in here right now. I actually stuck it under my mattress until I got my new planner. But the reason why I do this is so that I can look at it every day and mark off the list, everything that I've achieved for that particular month. And in the back, I always write a prayer. Things that I want God to do for that season and things that I want to do for God during that season. If you're not a prayer, you believe in manifestation or you believe in whatever, write that in your books and look back at it every day. And I promise you, you can notice the changes because you're going to be paying attention to what I haven't done and what I need to do. All right, so grab you a planner. Number 2, I'm going to tell you to grab you a journal. Now, if you're like me, you are a writer, and sometimes the inspiration of writing hits you at the oddest moments. When my oldest 2 boys were playing basketball, I would always take a notebook to the games with me. They served 2 purposes. I was writing their statistics down, how many points they got in the game. And I was journaling, like if I had an ideal at the game, because you always come up with some type of ideal out of nowhere. And I would write them down. I would also write down my grocery list. This is an example of me writing down my grocery list, everything that I needed. But I also would always keep track of bills. This is from, I can't remember. It had to have been 2020, this book. This is an old book. I didn't bring my new one. So these were my bills from then. And it has like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, cable, internet, cell phone, Amazon, Showtime. Most of the stuff is paid off. Credit card, my website, house, paid off. And then there were miscellaneous bills like where lights and gas ran and how much grocery spend were $400 a month, not $400 every 2 weeks. And it just brings back memories of looking back where you were at that time. And it can show you a record of how you've grown from time to time. So I was looking back at some of my Facebook messages, and I was actually triggered by some of the messages, because I was like, some of the posts that I had made, because I was actually saying some of the hardest times, and I was like, yeah, they was hard then, but they cannot beat what's going on right now, you know, because every time when you're in the right now is bigger than it was in the past. You get it? So grab you a journal. Listen, this was $3.99 at like Burt's or TJ Maxx. Go somewhere like that and grab you a journal. The next thing that I would encourage you is to get a life coach. Everybody needs one. They're not always free. Sometimes you say, well, I can use my pastor, or I can use my best friend as a life coach. Get you a life coach that specializes in life coaching, okay? I have someone in my life. She's been a life coach for me from the time I was, my entire life, because she is my mother, but she's a certified life coach, and she can coach you for 6 months, okay? I got the price and the details in the description below. It's also on my blog, so run over there. Grab you a life coach. Why do you need a life coach? Ask yourself, why do I need a life coach? A lot of times we would like to do bigger and better things in life. And there's always somebody or someone who can point us into the right direction and to the spaces that we need to go in order to achieve what we need to achieve. Make sense? Grab your life coach. She has slots available. I don't know, she may have 2 or 3 slots available for you. The description, the information is in the description below. Grab your life coach. And the last thing that I want to encourage you to do, and this is so important, okay? Write your vision. You can either write it in your planner, or you can write it in your journal and stick to it. Write your vision. You can create a vision board. You can create a one-word slogan, or you can a sentence of a slogan. Put it on the canvas of your imagination first. Think about it first. Let it develop in your mind and in your heart. Write it down on a piece of paper. Study it. Write it across your mirror in the morning. Put it on your refrigerator and stick to it. You have a plan, execute the plan, and stick to it. And you can watch your results, and you can watch yourself grow. I hope you enjoyed this girl chat. It was very, very fun for me to do something that was out of the box for me, and to talk about just regular life. I hope that you got information that you needed, and that you run out and purchase those journals, and you purchase those planners. You get you a great life coach in your life. Create a slogan, create a vision board for yourself, and execute the plan and have tremendous success. I'll see you guys on Thursday.